If you cannot sit with your own thoughts for longer than 5 minutes, what do you think is going to happen when you enter the trading arena? You honestly believe that you're going to be able to wait days, weeks, months for a high probability trade to develop? No, you will give in, you will crash, you will burn, you will fall, you will give in to every temptation, you will give in to boredom, and you will make stupid, impulsive, reckless trading decisions. What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another trading video. So it is currently Saturday, the 5th of April, 2025, and in this video, I am back with another weekly recap, another weekly reflection for you guys, keeping you guys up to date of all the trades I've taken, my wins, my losses, my mindset, and just overall keeping you guys up to date. So what a trading week we have just had. Absolute mayhem, absolute chaos across all trading markets. And it's been a very, very interesting week. It's been very interesting to sit on the sidelines and observe the absolute chaos, the absolute mayhem over the past couple of days. It's been very interesting. Me personally, I have not taken any trading positions. I did not see, there was no technical analysis this week. There was no technical patterns. There was nothing to play. All it was extreme volume, extreme volatility, spike up, spike down, literally utter mayhem. I have not seen volume and volatility like this in a very long time. And it's been very interesting to see, especially online. There's been so many people posting about big wins, big losses, and there's been a lot of FOMO. There's been a lot of noise, and it's been a very interesting week, and there's so much you can take away from this, okay? I've seen many people post big losses. You know, they've blown FTMO challenges, they've blown accounts, they've lost a lot of money because they've been caught out on the spikes. And there's also been many people posting and sharing about big wins. And you have to be very, very careful when the stuff you see online, because especially when people are posting big wins, what does that create? Especially for the amateur trader, the trader who is very new to the game, it brings in emotion, it brings in FOMO, and they try to chase, they try to pursue that. But this past trading week, for me personally, I did not see any technical plays. I did not see any patterns. I did not see anything worth of any value. All we had was extreme volatility in one direction or extreme volatility in the other direction. And anyone could have made money this week. All you had to do was jump in on trend and just ride the momentum. And that's what many people did. Yesterday, pound AUD moved over 700 pips in a day. That is absolute mayhem. That is absolute chaos. That is not the norm. We never normally see this much volume. And you need to ask yourself these questions. These people that are making money over the past trading week, you know, they'll probably give it all back. They'll give it all back because it was just luck. It was luck, it was emotion, it was greed, it was FOMO. Because, you know, you see these plays, you have to ask yourself the question, can you measure it? Can you take that trade again? Is it repeatable? Is it measurable? Probably not. All they're doing is jumping in on trend and just riding the momentum. Yeah, good luck to them. If you made 10, 20%, well done. Pat yourself on the back. But I truly believe there is no sustainability. There is no longevity in that mindset, in that behavior, in that action. Because for me personally, it's about marathon mindset. It's about taking trades that you can repeat, that consistently repeat over months, years, and decades. Okay, and that's what I'm about. So we are currently 5 days into April, and so far I have not executed any trading positions. I'm just holding the line. And as always, over the last couple of weeks, I've only taken like one trading position. And yeah, you know, as always, it is challenging. It is hard. Human nature is to attack. Human nature, I want to take trades. I want to be in a trading position, but I know, you know, trading realm is a different set of rules. It's a different mentality. It's different principles. And I've got a writing reflection that I want to share with you guys, because as always, the writing reflections that I have hundreds of them. I always go over the ones that resonate with the past trading week, the past trading weeks that I've had. And this writing reflection is about taking less trades. It's about embracing inaction, because inaction is actually action in the markets. And I hope you can get some value from this writing reflection, because for me, I read this and it helps me stay balanced. It gives me that clarity. It gives me that focus. It makes me say, Will, you know what? Yes, forget the FOMO, forget the noise, forget the emotion, and keep following your plan. Keep going down the path and keep doing what you're doing. Okay, so let me read out this writing reflection for you guys, and then we can quickly break it down after. So let's get to it. 1 to 2 high probability trades a month is all you need. Understand less is more in trading. Inaction is actually action. Being successful and profitable in trading is achieved through waiting, mastering the power of inaction, mastering the power of doing less, mastering the art of waiting until the precise moment. No other industry can match it. You want to get in shape. That requires consistent daily action. You want to get better at speaking to a camera or building a YouTube channel. That requires consistent daily action. To get success in any other industry, it requires consistent daily action. However, trading is the exact opposite. You want to become successful and profitable in trading. That requires very little action. Again, 1 to 2 high probability trades a month is all you need. The trading game is 90% waiting, 10% execution. A few minutes of action a month, that's it. 1 or 2 clicks of a mouse a month, that is it. Everything else is the waiting game. Sitting on your hands, holding the line, waiting for the market to show weakness. This is where most crash and burn. They cannot master the boredom. They cannot master the mundane. They cannot hold the line. They have to be in something. They need and crave some action in the markets. You have to accept and embrace the fact that 90% of the time, you'll just be waiting and observing, looking on until the market comes to you. This is the separation between the winners and losers. This is the separation between the profitable to the consistently profitable. Because in the modern world, most cannot wait. Most don't want to wait. Most cannot sit with their thoughts for longer than 5 minutes. And what's the outcome when they try to trade? Impulsive behavior, reckless stupidity, giving in to every temptation, making the same mistake over and over again. So understand, less is more in trading. Inaction is actually action. Know your strategy inside out. Filter out the mediocre trades and focus on high probability, because anyone can make money in the short term, but can you keep it? Can you hold on to it? That's the question you must ask yourself. Okay guys, so that is another writing reflection completed. 1 to 2 high probability trades a month is all you need. Inaction is actually action. Less is more in the realm of trading. And for me, this writing reflection is very powerful because it brings me back centered. It gives me the focus. It gives me the clarity I need to keep doing the things that I'm doing. Okay? To push aside all the noise, all the mayhem, all the FOMO, all the emotion we've just had, just like we've had over this past trading week. Many people are showing all their big wins, big losses, whatever. Let them do them. You do you. And for me, 1 to 2 high probability trades is all I need because my data shows that. I know that. I'm confident with that. Okay. And this is the paradox in trading. The paradox in trading, you have to let go. You have to show in action, because any other industry, any other realm, what does that require? That requires consistent daily action. For example, you want to get in shape, you want to become fit, you want to get strong, okay? You want to be a high performance athlete. What does that require? That requires consistent action, consistent repetition every single day, showing up, getting in the gym, training hard, eating right, eating clean, okay? That requires consistent action. The exact same with YouTube, the exact same as speaking to a microphone, speaking to a camera. If I want to get better at doing this, what do I have to do? I have to sit down, I have to show up, I have to get in the reps, I have to take the action, I have to show up every single day. But in the trading realm, it's a completely different set of rules. If you want to win, if you want to master trading, that requires very little action. Hard work is not the answer in trading. It's about emotional intelligence, emotional awareness, emotional control. That's how you win in trading. Because for me personally, always speaking about my own journey, my own experience, I thought hard work would save me. I thought if I showed up, if I put in the hard work, I would win. But it's a completely different set of rules. How you win in trading is through emotional intelligence, emotional awareness, emotional control, okay? Because it doesn't matter. You could show up every single day. You could go on the charts 8 hours every single day, study, learn, revise, do all the things you know you need to be doing. But if you don't have that emotional intelligence, if you don't have that emotional awareness, emotional control, it doesn't matter how much hard work you put in. As always, this is just my theory, my perspective. There is no right or wrong, because I know many traders that execute trading positions, like they do like 20 trading positions a month, and they're very profitable. They're very successful with that approach. But for me, this is my style. This is my plan. This is what works for me. For me, I'm about less trades, 1 to 2 high probability trades a month. That is it. That is all I need. And so far, it's working. So far, it's giving me results. It's giving me returns. So that's what I want you to embrace. Less is more. Inaction is action. Any other realm, any other industry requires consistent action, consistent repetition. Trading is the exact opposite. You have to click the mouse, you have to click some buttons 1 to 2 days a month. That is it. And like I said, this is where most people crash and burn. They cannot master the boredom. They cannot master the mundane. They cannot hold the line. They have to be in something. They crave some action in the markets. This is a separation, because in the modern world, most cannot wait. Most don't want to wait. Most cannot sit with their own thoughts for longer than 5 minutes. And especially, like I said, in the modern world now, what do we have? People, if you are bored, if you are lonely, if you want some temptation, you want some dopamine, what do? You go on your phone, you go on social media, you watch porn, you order takeaway food. And what happens? Okay, you scratch that itch. But in trading game, this is why you have to be a patient stoic. You have to show so much discipline. You have to show so much temperance. And it's very, very difficult. This is why, like I said, how you do anything is how you do everything. You have to be applying patience, applying discipline, embracing boredom, boredom in your own life. If you cannot sit with your own thoughts for longer than 5 minutes, what do you think is going to happen when you enter the trading arena? You honestly believe that you're going to be able to wait days, weeks, months for a high probability trade to develop. No, you will give in, you will crash, you will burn, you will fall, you will give in to every temptation, you will give in to boredom, and you will make stupid, impulsive, reckless trading decisions. So this is why we have to embrace and adapt this way of thinking into our daily life. We must embrace the boredom. Stop going on your phone, stop going on social media, okay? Set yourself some boundaries, set yourself some rules, have a digital philosophy, stop fantasizing over pixels on a screen, stop scratching that itch, because at the end of the day, that will reflect and be correlated over into the trading realm, the trading markets. Okay, guys, so that is today's video. That is today's weekly recap, weekly reflection completed. I hope you've had a great week. So far for me, 5 days into the month of April, no trading positions executed, waiting, observing, holding the line, being patient, applying in action, and just waiting for the market to show weakness. So how did you get on this past trading week? Did you take any trades? I hope you survived. That's the most important thing after the mayhem and the chaos we've just had. I hope you've had a great week. Let me know how you got on in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will see you all in the next one.